I'm here by special appearance, Vicoactus,
And what's your name?
Cinnamon. Well, I still do not consent to these proceedings. Well, I never had a driver's license, so I still don't consent to any of these proceedings.
All right, this is wild. We might be witnessing a first in sovereign citizen history. One of them actually dropped the bizarre legal script and, get this, made a rational decision. I know, I'm shocked too. For once, it seems like someone in this movement realized that fighting the law with Facebook conspiracy theories just doesn't work. But here's the big question. Do you think this is real growth? Or is she just pretending to play nice to avoid jail time? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, because this kind of thing never happens. Let's dive into what went down.
Now calling the matter of the people versus Cinnamon Woodford. This is ticket number P1217275. Count 1, no plates on a trailer. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Count 3, drive while license suspended. Appearance for the record, starting with, I don't think counsel is represented in this matter. So Ms. Woodford, state your name for the record, please.
I'm here by special appearance, Vicoactus,
And what's your name?
Cinnamon,
Last name too.
Woodford.
All right, ma'am. Now, you know you have the right to have an attorney in this particular matter. This is a misdemeanor matter. And by right, under law, you have the right to have a representative in the form of an attorney for this particular matter. Would you like to have an attorney in this matter?
I do not consent to these proceedings. The offer is not accepted. I do not consent to being surety of this case and proceedings. I demand the bond be brought forth immediately so I can see who will indemnify me if I'm damaged.
Okay, so the question that I asked is that, did you want to have an attorney provided for you in this particular matter, Ms. Woodford?
I do not consent to these proceedings. The offer is not accepted. I do not consent to being surety of this case and proceedings. I demand the bond be immediately brought forth so I can see who will indemnify me if I'm damaged.
Ms. Woodford, you're quoting from civil, well, not even civil procedure. Right now, you're quoting from the UCC. This is a criminal/traffic matter. So those proceedings govern these type of cases and these type of matters.
What crime did I commit?
Ms. Woodford, if you do not wish to participate, then what ends up happening is that this matter will go into a show cause. After the show cause, then it will enter into what's called a bench warrant for your arrest until you handle this matter, at least the misdemeanors. And these are all misdemeanor offenses. So that's how this is handled on this particular end and this particular point. The offenses that have been alleged at this point in time is that there were no plates on your trailer, that there was no insurance on a Chevy vehicle, that's a 2007 Chevy vehicle, and that the driver's license was suspended that you had. And so those are the offenses that have been alleged at this point in time. Right now, they are just allegations. So you have the right to have an attorney, which I don't know if you would like to have that right or not. You have the right to have a jury trial. You have the right to have a bench trial. A jury trial is a trial before 6 people of the community in the city of Detroit who come and they will hear the facts, and based on the evidence and based on the law will make a decision. A bench trial is the same thing, only a judge, being myself, would sit there and I would hear those same facts and evidence and apply the same law in the same way. You also have the right to plead to these matters. There can be an officer.
I'm not here to plead, ma'am.
If she didn't come here to enter a plea, then what's the point of even showing up? Did she just come for the vibes? I swear, these sovereign citizens live in another reality. They really think if they just say the right combo of nonsense words, the judge will suddenly go, "Oh wow, you're right. Case dismissed." Newsflash, that's not how the legal system works. Courts run on actual laws, not some fantasy Facebook legal code. And honestly, this hearing isn't looking good for her so far. The judge is being extremely patient, way more than I would. But you can tell they're just waiting for her to finally say something that makes sense. Let's jump back in and see if she finally snaps out of it, or keeps digging the hole deeper.
Ms. Woodford, these are your choices. So it's up to you. It's a decision that you have to make. It's not going to go away, okay? Just because you want it to go away, it's not going to go away. There is jurisdiction for it. So it's your decision on today. If you don't want to participate, then it's going to go into show cause, because you can keep coming and it's just gonna hang out there, but eventually we're gonna have to adjudicate this matter at some point in time, because it cannot remain on this docket indefinitely. So you have to make some decisions as to what you would like to do with these matters.
Well, I still do not consent to these proceedings.
Okay. So if you do not want to participate, I'm going to be forced to put it into what's called a warrant. You have to participate. So you have to come in and ready to go with something. I know you may not like it, but as a person who is a citizen of the United States of America, who is a person who lives in Michigan and is utilizing the services of our world and our community, these are the things that have been alleged. Now, if you're saying that the officer wasn't, correct in those or something, your license was valid or you had car insurance and you can present all of that, then we can try and figure out if we can get a new offer or something different. But other than that, you do have to stand for these particular allegations that have been made at this point in time.
Well, I never had a driver's license, so I still don't consent to any of these proceedings. So, I mean, I still don't consent to these proceedings. The offer is not accepted. So,
ma'am, you can stop reading that. I know they've given you a line cue that you are able to read off of, but this is as long as you utilize the services of everything in the city of Detroit and you fail to do those things, this is the ticket that proceeds. But I don't know that you failed. You said you don't have a license, but did you have car insurance at that time that you could present?
no.
Was it a trailer on the back of the vehicle?
Judge, I'm sorry. I know I'm not on this case, but if I could file an amicus brief of sort. Judge, I'm a little uneasy with, this is Matthew Dupree, P80132. I'm a little uneasy with the questioning here, just because technically if this matter were set for trial, what she says here could be used against her. And so I'm not sure she should necessarily be answering those questions.
You want your representation, Mr. Dupree?
She did not, Judge.
Did you ask her if she wanted your representation?
I did, Your Honor.
Did the court ask her if she wanted her representation?
You did, Your Honor.
You can continue to talk, Mr. Dupree. I appreciate you stepping in on her behalf.
I appreciate that, Judge. Your Honor, I'm just I just thought I would make that representation. I don't think the city attorney would actually pull the transcripts, but it is worth noting that anything she said here, could come back. So it might, I'm not sure that necessarily that questioning would be appropriate. Sorry, Judge. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Mr. Dupree. I appreciate you coming in to step to the rescue of Miss Woodard so that she understands.
It's Woodford.
Woodford. Sorry, ma'am. Miss Woodford. Miss Woodford?
Mm-hmm.
So how do you want to move forward with this?
Well, I honestly don't know why that attorney stepped in, because if it were me, I'd just let her sink. She's been acting so smug and cocky this whole time, like she wants to get thrown in jail. It's like she's speed-running her way to contempt charges. And get this, she literally incriminated herself right at the start of the hearing. Just handed the prosecution everything they needed on a silver platter. And yet, here comes this. Attorney trying to save her from herself. Like, why? You know she's just going to turn around and argue with him too. Sovereign citizens always think they're the smartest person in the room, but really, they're just making it easier for the judge to rule against them. Still, the attorney's just doing his job, so I gotta give him credit for that, even if I could never be that patient. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments.
Well, I'm not here to plead because I'm not here to
Would you like
plead.
a bench or a jury trial?
Are you making that determination for me, ma'am?
You have to have a bench or a jury trial. You told me you don't want to plead, that's fine. You probably should have a jury trial then. And I don't have any jury trials for this year.
Are you making that determination for me, ma'am?
If you don't make the determination, yes, the court is making the determination for you. Yes, because I have to move it. I have to move it. So it's either Attorney Dupree, can I have a bench trial now? I don't want to violate anything.
No, Judge, she has to explicitly waive her right to a jury trial, and strictly speaking, she has to do it in writing. So I would say if she's saying she will not plead, that would be standing mute, and I think the court would have to set it for a jury trial.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I had a very bad power surge.
I figured as much. So no, back on the record, I figured that it happened because you kind of froze up, and my clerk informed me that you froze completely. So
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so I'm setting this for a jury trial because the alternate is that I can put this in warrant status. And I don't want to do that unless I necessarily have to. So at that point in time, you could be able to have your day in court. Just say whatever you want to say at that point in time.
Okay.
Okay? All right. So I'm going to, but I have to do a pretrial because I don't have any dates right now. But I have your name down. But that will give you the opportunity. You'll be able to talk to the jurors. You will have the opportunity to have testimony taken. I know you don't want counsel, but you can have the right to have counsel at that point in time. Would you like to have me assign counsel to you?
I need effective counsel at that.
Oh my gosh, I have never seen anything like this. We actually need to celebrate. Guys, this is a historic moment. A sovereign citizen just accepted free counsel. Like, did she just break the unspoken sovereign citizen code? I feel like she's about to get kicked out of the Facebook group for this one. But seriously, this should be a lesson to every other sovereign citizen out there. Take the free counsel. The court literally gives you an attorney for free, so you don't embarrass yourself and say something that gets you locked up even faster. It's like being handed a cheat sheet for a test, and yet most of them still choose to fail, but not her. I've got to respect it. She actually made a smart move for once. Now I really need to see how this plays out. Let's watch the judge take her case and see if this free counsel actually helps her get off the hook. Let's dive in.
Now calling the matter of the people versus Cinnamon Cheyenne Warford. This is ticket number P1217275. Count 1, no plates or trailer. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Count 3, drove while license suspended. Also calling ticket number SP110222272. This is no proof of insurance. Count 1 of that same ticket is no receipt of registration. This is the date and time set for a bench trial in this matter. Appearances for the record, starting with Attorney Bachman, please.
Good morning, Harry Bachman for the defendant. Your name, please, ma'am.
Senator Woodford.
Thank you, Ms. Woodford. These matters are set for trial. I do not believe there's been an officer who has checked in with the people being unprepared now at 11 a.m. approximately at the case set for 9. We'd ask you to consider a motion to dismiss here without prejudice. Okay.
No officer having checked in on any of these matters, the court is going to grant your request. I'm going to dismiss these matters without prejudice. You're all set, Ms. Roper, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good rest of your day, okay?
You too.
All seriousness, I'm actually proud of her for taking the free counsel. Like, it's really that simple. Just accept the help instead of turning a minor traffic violation into some grand legal battle that's never going to work. I mean, seriously, when has that ever worked? Sovereign citizens always think they're outsmarting the system, but all they're doing is making life harder for themselves. At least this one wised up before it got worse. But what do you guys think? Did she actually learn something, or is she going to be back in court next month pulling the same nonsense? She did seem pretty chill by the end. I mean, she even told the judge to have a nice day, so maybe there's hope. Either way, the bar is so low at this point that a little common sense feels like a win. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I drop content like this every single day. Appreciate you all for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.